Hey guys, this is Andrew with Central Scoot. Today I have a Highboy Titan. Want to talk to you about what's going on and as we work through this diagnostic. So it turns on, but when you come to hit the throttle with the wheel spinning, nothing's happening. So classic scenario, scooter turns on, but motor does not run. What's going on? So let's look a little bit into this. The first key thing to notice is if I spin the wheel, there's no resistance, so it's a pretty smooth wheel spin. And also, I can read the speed of that motor on the display. So here it's reading, 13 miles an hour because I'm spinning it with my hand. So that tells us a lot of things. First of all, if we look at this particular model, the motor is going to connect to the controller through the 3 phase wires. There is no Hall sensor on this motor at all. And so we know that the motor is able to communicate the speed through these 3 Hall sensors into the controller, up the harness to the display, and read accurately. So we know that the motor wires are probably intact. The controller, at least on the receiving end, and the output end is towards the display, is probably intact. So the controller's not totally fried. Also, the lack of resistance here means that the output from the controller to the motor is not fried either. The display seems to be in good shape. It's reading speed. It's able to sense from the controller. It turns on appropriately. And so this whole connection is likely fine. There's no errors on the screen at all. And so, a lot of the major things that could cause errors are not suggesting that there's problems with the major components. And so what's going on? Well, the most likely culprit in this situation is that the throttle is no good, because even if the throttle is not sending the appropriate signal, the display wouldn't know that anything's wrong with the throttle because it's just going to assume that no one's been hitting the throttle this entire time. It just thinks that, the scooter's in idle mode. And so to test this theory, we go ahead and find where the throttle connects to the display. Here it's a quick plug and play. If you take a look at the output, is 3 pins, 1 for ground, 1 for power, and then 1's the actual throttle signal that comes when you hit the throttle itself. We find a similar throttle with the 3 pin. These are very common. You can find them all over the internet. When you go ahead and plug it, just make sure you're plugging arrow to arrow. This is crucial. If you don't, you're going to damage your pins, and you're going to be pretty upset and have a much harder job fixing this than you initially thought. So let's go ahead and, now that we have this new throttle in, we're going to go ahead and hit it, give it a little bit of a spin, and you can see that the issue has been fixed. The scooter went from not working to working, all thanks to a quick throttle fix. So key points of the video: the display shows speed. It tells you that a lot of the major components are still working, especially in this case where there are no Hall sensors. And so switch out the throttle to begin with. Relatively easy fix, and you've got a working scooter again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe so you can be notified when we put out more videos. We'll continue to send as much knowledge out there as possible, and we hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.